We're live.
Is that you, Matt?
That is me
It's been a while.
in the flesh. Yeah, it's been. I think the last time we did a live stream together was probably for fantasy fishing back toward the end of last year.
Yeah, it's definitely was fantasy fishing related because we definitely fell off last year and
Yeah,
been tough.
yes. So what are we going to talk about for this video here?
This is our 2021 goals. This is
Yes.
us trying to get back on the horse,
Right.
and hold ourselves accountable.
That's right. Yes. So basically, we got each other to, and you guys, for not hitting our goals. Hey, we got to answer to each other, ourselves, and everybody watching. So,
Do you want to do our personal goals first?
yeah, let's go over personal goals first, and then we'll do, some channel goals, stuff like that. Yeah, you want to go first?
Sure.
All right.
So my personal goals, we'll start with fishing, is to go get on the water 40 days this year. And it doesn't sound like much, but when you start thinking of, you're probably going to start getting on the water at the end of March, beginning of April.
So you roughly got about 6 months. Yeah. 6 solid months, roughly.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 40 days on the water, and then I know there's some life things coming up, so that might cut off, a few days, but so 40 might not sound like a lot, but when you're in the Northeast,
yeah, that's a lot.
So 40 days on the water. I want to do a largemouth over 5 pounds this year.
Okay.
Last year I beat my goal. Last year I had a goal of largemouth 5 pounds, smallmouth 5 pounds, and walleye of 10 pounds. I didn't catch very many walleye this year, and this next year I'm probably not going to do very much as far as walleye fishing.
Okay.
Anyway.
Right. So what's your goal for a smallmouth this year?
I'm going for 6.
Greater than 6.
Greater than 6. So both my largemouth and smallmouth last year were 5 pounds 2 ounces. One I caught, I guess you call it the Niagara River, Lake Ontario, right out in front of the fort.
Right.
And then my largemouth came on Champlain in September.
Okay.
So my goal is to do another largemouth 5 pounds, and I think I know because of I know where the smallmouth are now. I have the spots, and if I get out there early enough, I think I can get before they spawn. I think I can get a 6.
Yeah, that's I was just thinking about that. I'm like that month window in springtime. That's going to be pretty much the only shot at a 6 pounder roughly. Yep.
So that's kind of my goal as far as for fish. I guess if Stout Sportsmen doesn't know, some of the followers here, I actually build fishing rods now, and my company is Ghost Rods. And so I have a goal this year of building 40 rods.
For paying customers, correct?
For customers.
Okay. Not including yours.
I'm not. I right there. There's 8. I'm keeping it light now, and those 8 are for between my wife and I. So between Kim and I, that's what we got. So I have 1 to build for myself, but then other than that, it's going to be 40 rods for customers.
Okay.
I already have 1 that's actually drying right there.
Mm-hmm.
So number 1, and I'm not counting the one I built for our fantasy fishing winner, Donnie. Yep. Donnie's went out in 2021, but most of the work was done before, or that week between Christmas and New Year's.
Right. I actually feel bad. I checked the tracking number because you'd sent him the rod already. He's gotten it, and I sent him the rod or the reel and fishing line. I sent that out like 2 weeks ago, and it still hasn't got there yet. So
still, wow.
Yeah, it's still stuck in South Carolina or something. That post office is way behind. Anyway, sorry, Donnie.
All right. So I think that's pretty much all I have. Ghost Rods will be doing another rod for the fantasy fishing winter. And I think you said you're going to do a reel, so we're still going to have that part.
Yep. And I mean, we didn't talk about this earlier. And it's not necessarily up to us, but I mean, what would you like to see for quantity in our Stout Sportsmen fantasy fishing group this year?
Last year we had 50, so we're going to shoot for 75. I think
75.
Yeah, let's shoot for 75.
I think we can do better than that, but hey, 100? We want to set the bar low.
Anyway, the prize is going to be the same. The only thing I'm going to say is that as soon as the first event kicks off, I'm going to screenshot the people in the group.
Okay.
Because the last thing I want is for our winner to be somebody who just joined the group like halfway through the season because they've been, killing it.
Right.
And then they end up winning. So it's going to be who joins the group before the first tournament.
Okay. All right. That is fair.
Yep. And then if this year goes well and we get 100 people next year, I think I want to start putting it'll be a private group, but for now we're going to keep it. We'll keep it public.
Keep it public for now. Okay.
I think that's it. What do you got for your personal?
Personal goals. I'll start out with fishing. This year I got a little bit more time on my hands. So my goal right now is to fish 3 to 4 days per week. Probably one day on the weekend, and the remainder will be fishing. Hey, there's your dog. The remainder, the other 3 days or so will probably be fishing during the week in the mornings. When most of the guys are out working, I'll be out fishing. So yeah, I don't know, if you do the math on that, what 6 months by so 25 days a month, roughly, something like that.
I mean, even if you did by week,
days.
Yeah, if you went by weeks, 6, so 25 weeks, call it. So
I'll be out there quite a bit.
75, 80.
Sure. Yeah. Yep. So that's my goal. I have a lot of free time this year in particular, since I'm working from home, so to say. But I wasn't really thinking until you mentioned it. Weights for large and smallmouth. I don't want to set the bar too high. My biggest bass largemouth that I caught last year at Presque Isle was 4 pounds 2 ounces, and that was actually in the fall. And so I'm thinking I'm going to set, same as you, 5 pounds for my largemouth. I think there's a 5-pounder out there somewhere that if I'm on the water that many days, I should have a pretty solid chance of finding one. And a smallmouth during the spawn, fishing probably mostly in the bay down here. I'm thinking I'm going to say 5.5 pounds. I don't want to say 6 because 6-pounders are pretty tough to find. So I'm going to go 5 for the large and 5.5 for the small.
Okay.
If things work out well this year, I would like to upgrade my boat at some point. So that's if things go as I hope and somewhat planned, hopefully by sometime in the summer, maybe I'll be getting another boat, but that'll be to be determined. And I know I got a new gun lately, so I want to definitely get out to the range and do a lot more shooting, and maybe get a couple videos up, at the shooting range, or doing some reloading, stuff like that.
Cool.
Yep. What else do I got for goals? That's yeah. I mean, without getting off topic really to what we're doing here, I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
For now, yeah.
All right.
Oh, I want to get to the racetrack at least 4 times.
Yeah.
Do 4 track days on the bike, at least 4. So we'll see. That should happen too.
Yeah. Another thing that we'll see if it happens is we've actually talked about going to 1 or 2 elite events this year, and it'll be vacation planning, but we'll see.
And I was actually just right before we started, I was actually just talking. We were talking about the Classic, which is down in Fort Worth at Ray Roberts. I have a very good friend of mine that lives in Fort Worth. So I'm like, in June, I'm like, it'd be a little hot, but that might be a good time for a road trip, just to go down and watch some weigh-ins and just hang out down there for a couple of days. That would be a good time.
Take your camera, see if you can
take the camera and do some
interviews, get some spicy takes.
That would be pretty cool. Get some free stuff too. Not that I need anymore, but
make sure you get your. I know last year they did a couple of shots and everybody had the Academy buckets, like the big 5-gallon buckets that said Academy on them.
Right. Yeah, that'd be fun. Taking that through the airport. Or who knows? Maybe it'd just be a fun road trip to drive down. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yep. Actually, stop and fish along the way or something.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
A lot of options.
All right, as a channel.
Yeah.
I don't know, where do you want to start with this?
Let's just start right out with the sub count.
Okay.
I'm not sure exactly. I don't remember exactly where we were at the beginning of 2020 with our subscribers. I know we didn't really gain a whole lot. But
yeah,
what you said, we were at 464?
Yeah, right now.
Okay. So we threw some numbers around. I think we're going to shoot for 800 subscriber goal by December 31st, end of year.
Yep.
So if we put up the amount of videos that we want to, I think it should be attainable.
Yeah. Let's see. There's 10. We're still doing our fantasy fishing show, and there's 10 events, and we're going to do a before the event and after the event. So there's 20 shows that we're going to do for fantasy fishing.
Right.
And in those 20 shows, we're hoping to have 3 guests.
Yes.
Somebody, maybe some of those southern events that we're not as familiar with. We can get somebody on that may know a little bit more than we do.
Right. Hopefully. We have one person in mind already, and the other 2, we're going to kind of have to wing that. But for now, we have one person who we could most likely get him on. I would think.
Yeah, we'll write some nice emails.
Yeah. He was actually part of our group, our fishing group last year. So
yeah, maybe we can get our winner on for one of these shows. Donnie.
Yeah, we can do that too. Sure, that'd be good.
We'll see if Donnie's available.
Yeah, that'd be good. I know he's been very happy so far with the rod that you made him. So
yeah.
So basically, also our goal for this year is to put out 2 videos a week. These are excluding fantasy fishing videos that we do. So basically 1 video each per week, starting, today's Monday. I guess we'll start it this week. I'm good with that. So 1 video a week from each of us. So that's 2 videos, and plus the 20 fantasy fishing shows. So that's going to put us right around 120 videos for a year.
Yep.
All right.
If you figure this video in, you're at 119. So we'll just say 120.
Yeah. Yep. Fair enough. Because there's some times where we might put 2 or 3 out in a week if we got something going on the next week. You get it.
Yeah. So that's our big thing. We'd like to keep this going.
Yeah.
We both enjoy it. But it's also one of those things where we'd like to actually grow and make it something, other than us just talking.
We talked about this a little bit, over the past couple of months, where do you want to go with the channel? And if we're not going to grow, if the channel's not going to grow organically or however you want to say it, it's not really worth our time to do it. But if it catches and we get some gradual growth, and then it takes off, or it just gradually grows, say we get 600 subscribers by the end of the year, or 2,000, whatever, but we just want to see some growth out of it just to make it worth our while. So there's no point in spending time and money, putting videos up if it's if nobody's going to be watching. So
yeah, definitely. Yeah. So we, if you like and share.
yeah. And I mean, the biggest way is promoting it word of mouth, tagging it, sharing it with your friends and stuff like that. So, yep.
All right. I think that's going to do it for us for this video.
Yeah, I think so.
We kept it under our goal.
Yeah. Our
first goal
for this was 20 minutes. So yeah, we're doing good. Yep.
Yeah. So, I mean, if anybody has like things they want to see or, us to talk about, please put it in the comments. We basically read all comments because we don't get that many at this point. So
right. And don't be too hard on us. We have feelings too.
All right. For Scott and Matt, we're
Stout Sportsmen.
Stout Sportsmen. Stay stout. Is that what it was?
Yeah, stay stout.
We're out.
And we're out. Thanks, guys.
Later.